Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Today, hello, Heidi. Today, we are going to talk about how our intentions went for May. We're a little bit late, I know, but better late than never. And then we're going to pick our new intentions. So let us start with Heidi, and I will read, like we've told you in the previous videos, we've written down like 5 questions that we answer about it. So the first one, what was your intention, Heidi?
My intention for the month of May was to say yes to more events, which this month was really challenging because not all the events that I would like to have said yes to us. Also, it was much more of a challenge than I was really expecting it to. Not that I didn't dive deep into other times when Jane and I were looking to do events. It's just that not a lot of people were saying yes, which is okay. And I think sometimes with what Jane and I do, it made me think a little bit more outside the box of what do we really need as Jane and Heidi as adventuring psychics. But with what we have in our repertoire, adventuring psychics, we do have spa stuff, holistic stuff. So I was trying to find something that will match that. So it just made me think a little bit more of how we can represent adventuring psychics instead of just saying yes to every single event, something that is within more of our niche.
Okay, and how when did you implement it? Did you jump right in, or did it take you a little while to?
It did take me a little while. I was going on a lot of platforms, Eventbrite, Facebook events, and just events in our area. And I think with knowing where Jane and I have to go as adventuring psychics, I slimmed it down to let's look more in a psychic events that, we have with our product so that we're all in one. We're all in one. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just trying
It
to get
does.
something that for both what Heidi does with the apothecary and what Jane does with the psychic level.
Okay, how did your intention affect your life, or the results, or other people around you?
Oh, it I was frustrated working through the process of getting to the final result of okay, you can't go to all the events because all the events don't work with what we do. So it was good that that happened. So I'm able to pick out and talked with Jane. It's like, what do we think about this one? Can we do this one? What are your thoughts? So it was a process, but I got there.
That's all that counts. Number four, did you have to make any adjustments? And it sounds like you did.
The thought process was more of it versus doing it on a physical level of moving something from point A to point B and note taking and just diving more deeply into the events themselves and what they represent. And could we as adventuring psychics work with that successfully? Successfully.
Yes. Um, Fifth and final question, will you continue, or are you going to just discard it?
Oh, I think that I will continue, but not just saying yes to everything, but just being a lot more aware of what Jane and I do and what we can fit into an event.
Very good.
Yay.
Okay. My intention for May was to organize myself, which at first I was a little overwhelmed because my husband is a pack rat, but it took me about a week and a half to get into it. Once I got into it, and I saw the difference, I was just gung ho. We're still doing it. He had a week off, and that's what we're doing right now. We're even going even deeper than what I started doing. How did your intention affect your life? It proved to myself and my husband that a lot of the stuff we have, a lot of stuff we were saving, we don't need to save. So it was very cathartic, and I will continue to do it. Did I have to make any adjustments? Yes, I had to just be ready to let go of stuff. Just, but believe me, being organized. When I go to, we haven't only gone upstairs completely yet, but going downstairs and just looking and being like, wow, this is amazing. And even today, I just walk around throwing away, just because it's great. Will I continue it? Absolutely. It's made so much difference, and I uplifted my mood, and I feel better, and it's wonderful. Yes, I will definitely continue this one.
And when Jane and I were talking before we came online, she had mentioned how much her downstairs just feels much more open and the energy is such an easy flow in there. So that's something also to think about when you're kind of doing the decluttering and the rearranging. And because Jane, if I'm not mistaken, you said you moved around parts of your living room that just made it so much better, so much more enjoyable to sit in, to be in.
And the fact that I've been organizing, I've been discarding a lot and donating a lot and all that stuff, I find I have more time. So I started a new hobby. I started learning how to crochet granny squares. Yes, my neighbor's teaching me. So, because once you get rid of junk and you don't feel so heavy and you feel free, you obviously have more time. So everybody get on the organizing wagon.
Absolutely. Now, we are actually going to talk about our new intention for June and where that's going to be taking us. So, Jane, did you want to do yours first, or would you like me to do mine? What talks to you?
You can do yours.
All right, so I've got my bottle right over here.
You got
Have
your
your
tweezers.
tweezers. Yep.
I think
Yep.
these intentions are great. I think I'm gonna do them again next year. I think it's so easy because you change it up every month, so it's not like I got to keep doing this. I got to keep doing this. Yes.
And the other thing that Jane and I were discussing, and I think she made a good point, is that if it doesn't work, it doesn't mean that your intention didn't work. It's just that you're rearranging how you think about what this intention was going to be. So there's nothing that has to say that this intention was a failure, because it's
Nope.
not. Because with the questions that Jane has asked, it makes sense that how did we have to change? How did we need to rearrange? And just because we might not have liked it or we came in with some difficulty, it doesn't mean that it didn't work or we don't think about a different way of doing something. So that's another way that Jane has mentioned that the intentions are really good for each month. And I'm definitely going to be doing it for next year.
Yeah, and even if you decide to discard it, that's not a bad thing. There is no failure because you just realize that this wasn't for me. This wasn't something that I want to continue. This isn't something you learned something about yourself. You get to know yourself a little bit better each month.
Exactly. So here we go.
Okay.
Let's see, we've got this here. I'm gonna try to pick up something and oops, I just dropped it.
You only got six more after this, Heidi.
I know, go figure. I think I picked up two, so I'm gonna drop it again. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right. I picked up one, so we're gonna see what it is. I'm gonna drop my thing. Here we go. And it says, oh, donate to animal shelters, food, bed, etc. And I remember I
Cool.
think I did something early last year with this, and then I picked it up like the January, so I put it back in. So I will be doing that, and it's probably going to be less stressful than trying to find a event for us, Jane.
We'll keep looking. If you have any ideas, shout it out.
Absolutely,
Okay.
everyone.
Hey, let's see what we got here.
Oh
This is
dear.
going to be a hard one for me. It says, "Don't take on other people's burdens,"
Ooh.
and it was so funny because I was just talking to someone, and they said they were common. They were a lot like me that they just want to jump in and help people make things better for them. And even my son said, "Mom, that's not your job in life. You don't have to make." And I just feel so. This one's going to be a very hard one for me.
So that is going to be very interesting to look at next month. Woohoo.
Yeah. Because it's not like I'm nosy. It's just like if I see someone that's down or needs something, I want to make everyone's life better, but I can't be responsible for everybody else. So I'm gonna have to not take on burdens and also make boundaries. I'm not good at that, people.
But that's good. It's going to be an interesting conversation for next month because we're getting into summertime and the weather's getting warmer. People are going to be getting out more. Uh, so the energy is going to be very high in our areas of how Jane is going to be able to trying to set those boundaries up as a psychic medium. It can be difficult.
Yes, yes. I'm always having people, oh, you're a psychic? Let me ask you a question. And I need to learn how to say, here's my business card. You can give me a call. I'm trying. Because that takes away from I'm out with my husband or something on date night. It kind of takes away from.
Exactly. And when people do that to Jane, it's like, oh, I have a question and stuff like that. It's not that Jane doesn't want to answer it, but as she said before, it's a business that we have. And sometimes you just can't turn on that psychic energy right then and there when you're in the middle of having, a date night with a hubby.
Yeah, that is true. And sometimes it's not a quick answer, and sometimes it's not the answer they want, and I have to explain it. And
Mhm.
that's another video.
Yeah, that's another video. Okay, everyone. So these are our intentions that we have for the month of June. Wish us luck, fingers crossed. And also, if what Jane had mentioned, if you have any ideas for us to do any kind of events, put it in our comment section that we have at aventuringpsychics.com. That's our website. And then info@aventuringpsychics.com. That is our email. We look forward to you sharing with us what you think that we should be doing and where we can go.
Yes, and Heidi and I are starting a new series. I don't know if she put it out yet.
Oh no, I
The helpful hints. Just because things are getting tough and food prices are getting high and it's hard to find things. Believe me, I hate it when I go to the store and I can't find what I want. So Heidi and I decided to do a monthly helpful hint. So you'll see me one month and her the next month. And just if you have any, leave it in the comments, tell us about it, email us, and we'll put them out too. We just want to be able to help you.
All right, everyone. So Jane is going to be getting back to her reorganizations and Heidi's going to be trying to do some more event finding. And in the meantime, everyone, I hope all of you have a great rest of the day. Enjoy, and we look forward to hearing any of your comments.
Yes, everyone have a blessed day and good luck, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.